This is Painting on Glass, the Marcus Sozel podcast in English language. Listen to the stories and reflections of a singer-songwriter and author.
Hold on, take me back. Hold on and take me back. It's like painting on glass. Leave a note on your door. Tell me what you're looking for. It's like painting on glass.
This is episode 50 of Painting on Glass, talking about 3 famous words.
Leave another sign for me to find behind, so I might be able to find you. Show it with a trace of a smile and a love. This might be something to show me.
So welcome back to this episode, and we are right into the Easter season. So a happy Easter, everybody, and welcome back to this show. Today we're going to talk about a song I published almost exactly 3 years ago. Oh, Lord. It was an album called VOYAGE, and was released on April 3rd in 2020. You find one song with the name I Love You, and this is the tune we're going to take a closer look at today. So let's get right into it.
I was blind for so long. Thought that's the way of getting strong. But what I've never known, there's something between loving and the blame. Oh, isn't it the same?
Singing songs and writing has always been a wonderful tool to me to say things I wouldn't be able to mention in the right moment to the right person, you know? Many people are this way, and they all find their own personal way to express themselves. I learned that a long time ago. In my case, it was music and song, and this very song is a result that came out of that mellow space.
Now I'm standing helplessly, longing for some different destiny. And every day I see the meaning of what they call your way. It feels so hard to say.
Let's turn back time and get back almost 35 years, my dear. I lost a girl I thought I would be able to stay with because it all did fit together perfectly. She wrote beautiful poems. We spent many a time out in the wide open, and the ability to listen to sounds of nature or the words of another person was one of the greatest gifts she did offer. I've already told you about Gara. I had to leave in the States a couple of years before, you remember. Now, I was turning 18, and again I lost such a wonderful person. I wasn't able to cry way back when. I even wasn't able to mention how much I loved her. When she chose another young man for her company only a short time after we split apart, the tears came pouring out of me again and again. But as I said before, I was not able to show that physically. So I sat down and let all my heartbreak grow this beautiful song in just 20 minutes. I longed so desperately to tell her, the same way I knew I had no more right to do so. I left it in this song, and it remained in there until today.
'Cause I love you.
No wise man is able to tell you what is right to do after your heart turned out to be broken. It surely needs time to heal. And there are many things you should or could have done in retrospective. I know that. But when you're caught within the circumstances and the way they appear, you're simply not able to do so in time. Then it is not of any help to go on guessing what could have been, you know? That's the old game that starts with, if I had only. You see, that doesn't make sense at all. And it's no good to guess any further.
Just the words of this song are the things we left undone, and I can't help to fall right out of reality, but it's just that way for me. Somehow I try to make it right, the foolish way and the wise. Some things I just regret, and some I just can't change no more. But what am I waiting for?
But life goes on and things keep changing. I needn't tell you. Time does not wait for the sad and weary one, and we all got to go our own way. The song I Love You remained in an old notebook of mine until the summer of 2019, when I found it again and took it with me into studio to record it for the album Voyage. Well, I have to admit, it's among my favorite songs. I'm honest, and I know it dearly. Well, I do.
'Cause I love you, maybe more than I can say. I love you for tomorrow that don't know, and for today.
We're right into Easter season. We mentioned that before. Our Savior, Jesus Christ, mentioned love as one of the most essential things in our lives here on earth. It might also be key to heaven, and you know that. So there was one thought that calmed my sadness and healed all of my hurt that went along with losing a wonderful person once again. I was glad that she found another, a good man, and they seemed happy with their kids and family for all the times we were in contact with each other. I was glad for them. I really am. And so, luckily, it was all laid to rest in my mind way back in those days. I shall thank the good Lord for giving me the ability to reflect that on my own, and doing so while only being almost 20 years old.
I'd like to share what I found, what I've seen and where I've been. But the key is lying somewhere heavily enshrined. Take my hand, then we may find. 'Cause I love you, maybe more than words can say. I love you for tomorrow that don't know, and for today.
3 famous words, and see what they can do to you. So whenever somebody says that he likes the tune, I'm glad, and give it a little smile back to the old times gone by. I'm glad to be able to share it in a song. I really am. That's it for today's episode. As always, it was a pleasure to have you with me. It really was. And I'm looking forward to meet you here again. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram by looking at the name @MarcusSozelOfficial. It's just one word. Just have a look, and I'll be glad to share this space with you. If you enjoyed this episode, just spread word about it, and please leave a rating or review because it will help others to find this show. Thank you from all of my heart, and God bless.
Maybe more than I can say. I love you. For tomorrow, that don't know, and for today. Sun shining through, it's all you need to do when painting on walls. Lay down what you hope to find, all the things you left behind. That's painting on walls.
We'll meet here in a few episodes to come, if you want to. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.